grinding through the business of, let me start with C64 tape, boring, and then we went on from there to, well, if we were lucky, we had a C64 floppy disk capability in Britain. Yeah, exciting.
Well, there was multi-load.
Oh, there was multi-load, thanks, Mark.
That was cassette.
That was amazing.
Pre-disc, yeah.
Yeah. And then we moved on to the Ataris. And part of my lifetime, of course, was in the Atari 2600, 4800 business, which, I mean, let's face it, I mean, it really wasn't gaming.
That was Warner and Atari sort of figuring out what the hell do we want to do.
Do you know what? I don't think
a lot of text-based.
I actually worked for Activision, which was kind of funny because they hadn't figured out what they wanted to do, but unfortunately now they've
Weren't they one of the first independent Atari 2600 game companies?
They were the first. This is a good interview going through here.
We're going through.
Sorry about that.
I told you about
Sorry about that.
Yes.
Yes. Good interviews.
But to steer it back on, so you're in the basement of Origin, then you see the most mind-blowing stuff of your career so far.
Yeah, it was excellent. It really was.
And so what was this project that you saw?
There was a project.
Pretty sure we were just talking about that.
Oh,
yes.
yes. Okay. It started off as a thing called Squadron. I'm thinking about this actually.
Then there was Wing Leader, I think it was
It
called.
went through a whole line of stuff. It started off as Squadron Leader.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, a huge space simulation, mind-blowing, first person, multi-faceted, all sorts of dimensions. And I was quite stunned. I really was quite stunned because I knew that we had an opportunity, probably as a company, and not as a company, but as Chris as an individual, to have a major impact in the computer game business. I'm still trying to reflect on all sorts of good stuff from that.
Well, let's see. From there, so you see the first inklings of Wing Commander, up on the wall, the concept art, the ideas of the branching storyline.
Oh, for like on the effects side.
So, what role were you brought on in that capacity?
I was responsible for actually selling stuff, which was extremely difficult.
Okay, so
I guess that would be a Wayne thing.
Okay. So, I guess in that time, Origin was still its own private entity, so you had to talk to distributors directly at that point?
It wasn't, it was distributors, but at that point, we changed the motivation and the direction of business. Because, I'm sure there's going to be people around me who will correct me, but I think because we had the capability
so are they
a product that had some momentum capability, we had the opportunity to have direct relationships rather than distributor relationships.
Okay.
I mean, typically we had a wonderful relationship with a guy called Chuck Whitaker. Chuck, if you're out there and you're accidentally seeing this and you're kicking butt, you were part of this 100%. Chuck Whitaker, software executive, he was the buyer.
Okay.
He was the believer. The people at Babbage's, who were also with the retail outlet, was huge. Gary, he was the CEO. Outstanding situation. And there are multiple other organizations that really backed us. Wing Commander was the opportunity to actually have a direct relationship. What did that do for Chris? What did that do for Origin? What did that do for us? It made it more palatable for everybody to really move product, really make a success, and
definitely put Origin
on the map 100%, along with, let's not take away from
yours truly.
No, nothing to do with me. It was a great product. His lordship, Mr. Britannica himself.
Very much so.
Because he also had Ultima 6 running out the door at the same time. So think about it. You had U6 going out the door, you had Wing 1 going out the door. If you failed, then there was only one person to blame. David Swafford.
So from there...
Oh, wasn't even there.
What?
And he hadn't even arrived.
So from there, Wing Commander 1 becomes a great success. You know, everybody's raving about it. Great story, great graphics, great sound as well, making use of...
no, Wing 1, no sound.
Wing 1, no sound?
What a gentleman.
So...
Wing 2 was sound.
Well, I mean, like the sound design before the speech came along. So, for Wing Commander 2, which...
We had this... We had...
Hey,
We had this average Irishman who could play a little music.
Okay.
On a Galway
You can't even do an Irish accent.
Oh, actually.
I didn't buy it.
You can buy them. Irish accents.
You just buy them.
Yeah.
eBay.
Okay, so...
Cheap.
Ooh, terrible.
Wow.
Like you can buy a Welsh one.
eBay.co.ie.
Aha! To be sure.
Right.
Alright,
They sell it to you twice.
Yes.
To be sure.
So, you know, Wing Commander comes out, it's a great success, and then pretty much we're talking about sequels all of a sudden. And then, you know, the most obvious thing is, you know, we're going to bring speech into this. So, what was your, were you going to go back into the I'm selling it again role, or did you expand upon that?
The reality of every product is you always sell again from the beginning.
Right.
You never expect the satisfaction of your audience saying, yeah, great, we'll buy that. The sweetness of what we had the opportunity to do the second time around. And Mr. Corway is sitting opposite me, by the way, so he will slap me.
Corroborate,
That's the one I was looking for. Or cue me in. I had a great relationship completely by accident because they were looking for the opportunity as much as anybody with the company that created this sound, the
Creative Labs.
Sound Lounge,
Yes.
Yeah.
to the US. And that was a company called Railway Publishing.
People love glam.
And Steve Way was I guess, the CEO mentality that sat in the office behind it. But Brown was the man who was on the road. And Brown actually came to us and said, would we be interested if we stuffed some free balls in your hands? I think we stuffed about 8 free balls in your hands, of working with them and using the quality of the product that Chris had created in 1 and take it to 2 and now bring, to me, this was an amazing experience. To me, this is like going from black and white to color in movies and from silent to sound.
Oh yes, definitely.
I mean, that was the reality of what we were facing. Suddenly, we turned video games from a silent experience to a sound experience.
With dialogue, big difference.
Wow, man, this is like
As
the
opposed to
20s or
something
something.
like saying like the early 20s and 30s when you had the orchestra in the movie theater playing along to the soundtrack.
You got it.
Then you got it through the soundtrack itself.
One day, my son, all this will be yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Davis.
Yes.
That thing played when we launched it at CES more than, I guess, 100 to 200, 300 times.
For Wing 2, you mean?
Wing 2, yeah.
Right.
It just blew over his
That's the
mind.
thing that had my voice and Steve Beeman's voice.
Yeah. It was just unreal.
I need
Because
to find 5 minutes.
for me, that said to me that we hadn't arrived.
But here's a taste.
We passed arriving.
Oh.
And we were just about to go into full-blown video game business with all the bells and whistles, sound, capability, sound effects, visual effects, etc. I didn't realize in reality, I mean, internally in my head I felt it, I didn't realize that I was going to be sitting here some 25 years later, and it's all come to fruition. It really has. So enough of the bells and whistles and BS. It was another success, and it kept being a success.
Timestamp
And then
5 minutes.
Crazy Chris, as we all love to call it, that's what we have with him, decided that maybe slapping a little bit of live action video would be cool.
Yes.
And that's when we headed towards
Full motion video and
Wing Commander 3. I'm doing okay so far for an old
It's
man.
I
excellent.
think you're doing pretty good. All right.
You
so-
skipped over Wing
I
Commander
better have
2.
another
Yeah.
peanut.
So I guess the even bigger jump between sound development, getting the hardware out there, making sure that people are actually experiencing it, as well as like speech packs and whatnot. So now we're actually talking about live live action Hollywood, Hollywood style, not quality at the time. Quality came about.
Yourself taking a dump.
Yeah. Well, no, 3. We started with 3.
Great idea.
We started with 3.
Sandy Marie.
Okay, so I mean,
We
just
have
like the quality was.
Right. We had an interesting conversation tonight.
And you can hit the like button.
Without revealing too
You're
many
so
names and
not
too many
Fran.
comments.
Right.
It was like, who moved the cheese? Because what we've done is we put the new cheese out there in terms of, now we had voiceover. Real voiceover. It wasn't subtitles. Although we did put subtitles in,
Yeah, and
I believe, in the first round.
Let me hit
But now we move the cheese again. We will give you live action and redirect the video depending on what you did in the game.
right.
The most exciting part, I still remember. Christ, how old I was now, whatever. One of my sons was a playtester, and the interesting part about playtesting experience was he went through this and he said, Dad, I've got a funny feeling Maniac's an arsehole. And I said, I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you. But the reality was, as that game played out, the number of people I saw with this large, the Maniac was a really nasty person. Remember?
I don't remember
reaction
that.
from the audience outside
In
was
Wing
just-
3?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
the
of
mic.
Tom
Hey,
Wilson?
the mic needs to be moved
Because why?
because they can hear me and Martin clear as day,
They
and
can?
can't hear you guys properly.
Can't hear us.
That's the microphone right there.
Well, yeah, I know.
Do we
But just
need
move
to-
it, just pick it up.
Just move it.
All right,
Next.
let's stop talking about that then.
Yes.
There we go.
So
God, what
I
is
think
that?
it's an.
That's
I
beautiful.
think it's an omni mic, meaning.
I should have one of those.
Hopefully, is our sound
I've got
Hopefully
one.
much better.
much better?
I've got one of those blue funny mics.
Are they talking about?
Could
can we get a level
could
on this
somebody
one?
turn the
This is-
heating up, please? Because Sandy is turning into a surfer. Anyway, enough of that.
So okay, so
So anyway, they kicked me out, and I didn't do Wing 4.
so kicked you out right after Wing 3.
No.
During.
No. What actually happened was we had what we call a corporate transition.
Ah yes.
Mr. Goy likes that.
I don't remember that phase. I think I had my head down.
So did I.
So
But anyway, so moving right along. Apparently, then we went wild with Chris, Erin, help me, Martin.
Aaron,
Who was loose cannon?
Oh, Tony Zurbeck.
Tony.
Tony.
That was a digit number.
That's where I'm going
Oh,
Okay.
because I think
The loose cannon was
no.
no,
He's apparently skipped from Origins to digit number.
deliberately.
okay. I mean, wasn't that his team? His team was loose cannon at Origin, wasn't it?
Oh,
believe so, yeah.
Well, his producer group was.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It was? Oh. I hadn't realized.
I was?
About that.
Yeah, it was loose cannon Productions. You look on the Crusader box.
But he was looking at, he was looking at Crusaders. So have you left Origin now in this story?
Apparently,
Oh, you must have skipped over a little bit.
deliberately,
It's fine.
because I got tired
Yeah.
and old.
He got tired of his origin.
I didn't realize.
Okay, so now you're over at.
Well, wait a minute. Let's recap.
Well,
right?
let's recap. Okay.
So go back to the middle of Wing 4.
Let's recap.
Okay.
Elite,
Elite came over, brought it over, sold it.
Wing 1.
Wing 1 came over, sold the hell out of it, became a great game.
You're still hoping to have a hit game by this point.
Yeah.
Wing 2.
Wing 2 comes out, sound sells the hell out of it.
Wing 3.
Wing
Why have
3.
you got 4 fingers up that you're saying through?
Elite.
Elite. Yes. So we're at.
Hello, everybody. The most important production person here is Sandy. We love her to death. She looks like an Eskimo right now. That means because she's cold, she can't think. Elite, Wing 1, Wing 2, Wing 3.
Wing 3. And so now we come on to the 5th point of.
Apparently, Wing 4. I don't even. Do you know, I've got this blank about Wing 4. Why? Martin, help me.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not
Why?
putting that out
About Wing 4?
in public.
I mean, I know it's successful, but it's just
Which game?
4.
How many copies?
It wasn't the copies. It just. I've got this blank about it.
As in.
I'll tell you what it was. In terms of production, we went from green screen on
Oh,
video
there you go.
to film on a real set.
There you go. That's what it was.
And so by this point on Wing 4,
I'd been drinking heavily.
drinking heavily because you were in charge of.
Drinking heavily.
Drinking heavily.
He's vice president of the DH.
Oh! Ooh!
Dallas was vice president of PD.
That was very good. I like that a lot. I still remember. Never mind. Moving around. But at that time, weren't we? No, we hadn't. Yes. The bottom line for you guys out there who've played this product, it is difficult to put in words how the advances in a short space of time just blew the walls off. But then, and this is one of the problems, I know it's a problem, or it was a problem then in many ways. One of the problems with Chris is he's such a bloody perfectionist. He had to reinvent the engine every single time, which is fine. Just to use a popular term right now, we've just had the F1 in Austin, where we sit right now, and these guys invent the bloody engine every single time. There's a new engine, new frame, new this, new that. Financially, it must have been painful as all hell for them to do it. In the old days, it was a struggle to do it as well and convince people that it was worthwhile. Chris convinced people it was worthwhile. And then we went to green screen, and now it was dangerously like a full-blown movie with all the attributes. Now we have sound. Now we have FX. And by the way, the FX, you're going to see FX coming down the pike out of this next crazy Citizen thing.
Yes.
That is going to blow your mind, because now the machine is a lot easier.
What the?
It is at this point, everybody, that I am now going to have to leave,
Oh, no way.
because the most elderly gentleman on God's earth has just arrived, and apparently he's having a bowel movement in the corner.
The entertainment just showed up.
Yes.
What the?
It's going to be very difficult to stop me keeping my clothes on.
Carry on!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Where's the music?
Wild
Where's the music?
Boris. So then we moved on. We got Wing 4 kicking major butt.
I don't think it's over.
Yeah.
By the way, I think it's over.
He's like a comet. He'll
It's
come
not
back.
Yeah.
ugly. It just started.
It's just started, Martin.
That's the next comet.
So.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to make a public statement. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to see a bald Polish Russian. He's the most boring person on earth. But please, if you have the opportunity to kiss his bald head, he'd be very happy. Look at the crop he's coming in with.
Yeah, he was bringing in a lot.
He's got some props for his magic tricks.
I think he's casing the joint.
He's just keeping acting weird, man.
So right now, Fred is rolling a doobie.
Alright, so let's see.
How are you doing, my friend?
I think we're doing
no,
alright.
I thought we were doing good.
I thought we were doing good, and then we had the Wild Russian come in, and now, so I guess to sort of steer this back onto track,
Okay.
like the F1 track.
Right. Oh, there you go.
So, all right, Wing Commander 4 comes out, and by that time, much of the Wing Commander team, most of you like Chris Roberts, and I assume yourself had left at that point.
No, I mean, it was a gentle departing over the period of time.
Okay.
And as we drifted out,
What's he got on this thing?
Boris.
Boris.
Dog.
Wild Boris!
Yeah. All right, so quiet departing.
We'll just keep going quietly
Keep going quietly.
whilst the Boris keeps moving. So, anyway, let's move right along. Apparently, there was another space simulating game thingy that we got involved in.
Mm-hmm.
It was a company called Dangly Anvil. Oh, wait a minute.
Not dangly.
No, we renamed it Digital.
Okay.
Sandy, stop looking at me like that. Swafford, everything under control over there? Good. I'll take a little of this. So anyway.
Transcribing everything you say.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank God Wild Boris is gone.
Back yet.
Digital Anvil was the most amazing blast.
So what was your role in Digital Anvil when you came aboard?
Reality was, Chris was kind enough to appoint me president, which
Okay.
meant really that I was supposed to get out there and make money and help publishing.
So,
But
you were
that-
the guy that just pretty much went to the meetings and said, "This is what we're making," and then you took all the brunt so Chris could do his stuff.
Not all the time,
Oh, not all the time.
but some of it. There's a lot of inside track information that we're not going to be prepared to share.
That's fine.
The reality was, the vision, which I still 100% believe in, was to exploit the intellectual property both through the medium of, God help me, film, which in those days was analog, and now we're fast riding to digital film, which is, I think, what we all hope would happen faster than it did. And to put out the digital vision into the market on a PC. It was ambitious,
So that was the mission statement of Digital Anvil at that time.
in my view.
Okay. So let's see, as far as the products that Digital Anvil released, Conquest, Freelancer, Starlancer, which of those products were you more into at that time?
I was into all of them on a distant level, and I say distant level because by 2000, it was realistically time for the involvement that I had to move on. My influence, my capability to assist had diminished dramatically.
So we're talking about, this is about the time the transition of the larger publishers, not so much dictating the market, but being a much stronger influence than you had remembered when you first came into the industry. At that time.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no, but the expectations were pretty much set from the perspective of, we had a very powerful publisher, a very powerful marketer, a company that had extensive sales capability,
Okay.
and in real terms, there wasn't much that I could continue to do to assist everybody to make this thing move forward.
Okay.
And so it was time to shake hands, move on, and move our separate ways. And now I'm sitting here looking at another space simulator. Has the world gone mad?
No, it's just come around full circle again.
Yes, it has.
So,
There haven't been very many in the interim period.
interim period.
Well, there's been EVE Online, and there's been...
Well, there's been EVE Online. There's been Soul Exodus. There's been there has been a
Space.
Free Space, Tachyon the Fringe. There have been a couple of indie and Kickstarter products that have tried to do the same.
In my personal
Yeah.
view,
They're like military games.
What is?
in my personal view,
Yeah.
the one thing that Chris has the capability of is pushing the bloody envelope. And what he said when he came back was, I set out for 10 years because in my view it was stale. The capabilities of the delivery mechanism, the power of the machine, the size of the pipe, blah blah blah, etc. 12 years ago weren't there. They are there now, but my God, the pipe is beginning to blow wide open. You've only got to look at what Google is doing, I think, in Kansas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got now
Gigabit.
a gigabit pipe. Hold on, everybody. I don't know why it didn't get to Austin. Pisses me off we didn't get it first. Everybody.
You get about 700 megabits a second. That's the true speed. But even still, that's like
I'll take 700 minutes.
way faster. Than
I'll take 350.
Most people don't get that inside their companies.
Exactly. So now we're at the edge one more time. But here's the insanity. I'm looking at a clock up there that hasn't hit 5.5 million yet. I want to know why. Where's the faith? How old are you guys out there? As old as me? We're all either 19 or 60 or whatever. This is the cutting edge, folks. We need 5.5. I believe in this guy. I believe in it because I've been there too many times over 21 years and watched enough product go out the door. Now, either you are going to ride this to the end of the wave, or maybe I better go and back that guy, Richard Garriott, with that boring Britannia stuff. So it's your choice.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Davis, for coming out and talking with us.
My pleasure.
And wish you the best endeavors.
By the way,
future.
the hat, 1991, is on the table, and you guys do what you wish with it as a gift. It is an original.
It's in perfect condition, by the way.
It is.
Well, almost perfect condition. It's got a little bit of...
It's as good as new.
It's as good as new.
No fuzz.
You could have found this in an Irish supermarket for 5,000 euros. But it's there on the table. Chris said to me, why would you want to give this away? I said, why not? Because I'd like somebody to really own a piece of history. So I hand you over to Mr. Swafford to take care of this problem. So there it is. It's out for grabs.
Right, they don't make those anymore. That hasn't been made for 20 years.
Back on your head, please.
No. It's for you
I'll
guys.
have this.
Fred is
But
back.
Martin Davies.
Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Wild Boris will be here in a minute. He is disguised as a jukebox salesman. He's always had small parts and a large head, but he'll be with you soon.
We'll be soon. And
Hola!
we will be back with
¿Cómo estás?
more interviews for the evening to keep this to keep this fundraiser going and to keep you guys entertained as you watch and pledge. And we will be back momentarily. There we go.
That's going.
Well done.
The microphone's still on. We're just,
Yes,
it just keeps going.
So
it is well done.
hit stop broadcast.
It's pretty cool. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Davis.
My pleasure, mate. Don't call me Mr. Davis. Mr.
Nice
Nothing.
job.
Mr. Arsehole. Thank you.
Oh,
Hey! You!
That's good.
That means I'm going to grab his pecker
Does he
again.
have the? He's got the Wing Commander score playing on the headphones.
Reminds me of Salad Bob.
Yeah! He's listening to The Who.
All right. Who?
The Who.
The Who? Who did you say?
Yeah.
So funny.
I'm sure they named themselves that. That kind of joke.
There it is. I guess we're going to have to then figure out how we're going to give that away.
Yeah?
Hmm?
You figured it out?
Yeah, we'll get Ben. Ben's the expert on that.
Where's Chris? They want Chris. They want Chris.
Just
back.
put a full court press on. Stick it out there for whatever you want.
How you doing, Fred?
Okay, Fred. I'm ready for you now.
Assume the position. A tripod, that's not going to even touch the sides.
See his face. Even he smiled on that one. Seriously, put it out there.
We'll take care of it.
I told Chris to put it out for 20 grand.
Wow.
There we go.
I feel that's on the picture.
It should be, yes. That's just. On that one? Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just going to take a minute before it shows up. For some reason.
Woohoo!
That'll be.
Dave. Because you can't hear a bloody thing. Who's in charge of keeping the side up? As soon as he goes up, can you throw a crash in?
Yeah.
I mean a temporary crash. Where the fuck did he steal all this shit from?
Where'd you get that from, Fred?
He's not listening.
Well, Boris.
Wow.
Where did he steal that shit from? You piece of crap.
I think
I know,
we
where
need
did you get that
to.
from?
Don't we
That's
need to
pretty
angle
fun.
the other one better because you can't really see.
I agree because there's a reflection.
Yeah, you can't see. the
We need
props.
a-
Oh, he's got his own lamps. Oh, excuse
my
me.
God.
It's a moment of testicular fortitude all the way around here.
He's a professional.
It's
He
very
does.
visually.
Prepared. He's prepared.
You mean plug sockets and stuff? Let's see.
I've got a cord for him.
How you doing? You want to tell me that?
He doesn't change my too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You sticking around?
I'm going to stick around for a little bit, but if I value the testicular association I have to my body, of which they are of no value anymore, it probably would be wise for me to leave within the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, you
I think I know
And
what that translated into.
And Sandy knows exactly what that means because she knows how to apply that pressure. Darling.
Can Chris come back, please, wherever he is?
We'll finish it.
All right.
Yeah. No solution. I was going to maybe see if that would go. No.
Chris, your fans are missing you. They want to know all sorts of things.
Well, isn't the video up? Why is everyone saying this sucks?
Apparently your video is choppy.
My video is choppy.
Yeah, apparently it's ancient.
Well, that's Eric's in low resolution. I'm in high resolution. Maybe they don't like that.
Eric's in low resolution?
Yeah. I can
He's
take
in regular, he's not in HD.
I just turn mine to low. Let's see what people see if this is better for people. Okay. Is this less choppy for people or not?
Oh my god.
Sugar.
Are you actually? Fred, have you? Did you get introduced?
Let me out of here.
You get introduced as the crazy person?
Okay. Okay, I need that back.
So is anyone saying this is better now? I'm just curious on the video. I just made it low resolution instead of high resolution.
That's not good.
Fred, what are you doing?
We already got a camera pointed at all this, Fred.
Fred, we already have a camera pointed at it.
Fred, look over here. That's like the room. That's the room camera. So
Where's the interview camera?
That was it.
That's what I need, the interview camera.
Yeah, we'll give you one. All right, give me back. Bring it back here.
It's got a point over here. With that as the backdrop.
Okay.
Because that is boring. I'm a viewer. I come
Get
from
with
the
him.
audience.
Get with him.
I come from the audience, not the decision makers I've been watching on TV.
You want missiles that go zing, right?
What's that?
You want missiles that go zing.
I want missiles that go zing. You've got it, mate.
If we were near Venice Boardwalk.
Yeah, you'd be one of the homeless dudes, Fred.
I am one of the homeless dudes. I've been hanging out with them. We need this
Can we do this one?
as the backdrop for that. Because that is boring.
Well, you don't like having the conference room? I think everyone likes the conference room.
LA producer, we need a set. That's not.
Well, we had a
set.
set. I had a set over there. It wasn't working very well. But
That's been the set all evening. That.
What do you want to do with it?
no, it hasn't. The main one's the main camera.
This is what's on your link. That.
Yeah.
It's boring. We need this ambiance as the backdrop for the interviews. Right here.
Sure. Do the interviews there. Go on.
Come on, we can do it.
Sure. Do the interviews there. Go on.
Come on, we can do it.
High res, but everyone's complaining the interview's choppy.
It is choppy.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be choppy. This is a very fast machine, and it's expensive camera.
And it's all rubbish, right?
It's all rubbish.
It's all rubbish. It's still not fast enough.
Your English accent.
It's still not fast enough. My Austin accent. Yes.
Okay.
Now we feel like late night TV.
Okay, Charlie Rose.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know what late night TV was, frankly. Anyway, here we go.
We can watch the sunrise over the Savage Empire.
Okay, well, I don't think we've done this better.
Well, you're the producer. Get the camera angle, mate.
Control the camera.
All right.
Nighttime session.
There's more.
So Fred Smith's going to be interviewed by Chris Roberts.
No. Chris Roberts will be interviewed by Wild Boris
Okay.
and the audience and the fans. We've been in touch.
Okay, so has anyone told you about lighting? Because I don't think you want to be, you're overlighting my background here.
All right, go to work. I'm improvising here. You didn't tell me I needed to work tonight. Until I turned on live TV and I went, what?
Can you turn the room lights on?
I'm kind of enjoying the dark.
No, it's bad. It's not good. Alright, is this choppy for people? We have 162 views, which may actually be more why it's choppy than anything else.
Jump on Kickstarter comments. They're recording.
Okay. So in case you guys don't realize it, that's not actually some crazy homeless person. It was the ex-general manager of Origin, Fred Schmidt, and the current CEO of Fort Larian, which is Richard Garriott, Lord British's current company. And he's stopping by to say hi. Fred, you want to show up? Or?
I will be there. Uno momento, por favor, senor.
Interview can properly take place.
The problem is that I need to refresh.
I don't think you're in control of the nuts.
Oh my god. Wow. $5,256,000.
Is that all?
What time is it?
Is that all?
That's insane.
11:18.
Thank you, everybody. Unbelievably.
Where's Asia? Asia should be up. Come on, Asia!
Oh my gosh.
Where's Australia?
They're up. I was just on Skype with Ron.
Maybe we were successful at Origin because we didn't put Fred on TV.
Whoa.
Everybody heard that. Everyone's got headphones. Has a big head.
No one has eardrums anymore.
Wow, you know how much
There we
we
go.
got on Kickstarter today so far? It's like $236,000.
Oh man, I forgot which one was mine.
Oh my god, Fred.
Alright, who's the real sound guy around here? There's no music in this place, it's quiet!
Okay, Fred, but I just did a little thing like normal in the interview techniques is maybe you have the music for the introduction, but not necessarily during the actual interview.
Oh, no, I'm in radio. You have music all the time, man.
Not during the
It's a party. It's a party, Mr.
I
Roberts.
listen to Ryan Seacrest in LA and he does not have music in the middle of his interview.
The night shift showed up.
The night shift with Fred Schmidt.
I like Ash's,
Too much light. Too much
I
light.
like Ash's comment.
The lights must go.
Ash showed up and said, "Hey, I just showed back home. What did I miss? Did Wingman do a naked dance?" And I hope I missed that part. We all agree with you, Ash.
Where did you guys say that?
Down at my last refresh of the comments.
How many minutes ago was this? I'm looking forward.
So, we the people, Mr. Roberts, we the people must see this.
Well, then you want to be on
Because
TV.
Compose the show. You know what I'm saying?
we don't have a multi-camera thing here,
Let me
right?
demonstrate.
So,
We have
That's
multiple
the show,
cameras.
and that's what you got.
You're either going to get us or you're going to get the background, and it's not going to be in focus.
this is good. All right. We have things we must discuss. Yes, Brits won. McLaren team. It's a good day in Austin.
Yeah, something to be proud of, huh?
Absolutely. Another milestone. So, Mr. Roberts, Commander
We're going to be
Roberts.
interviewing you. Right.
First question.
Then I have you need to tell me.
From we the people, okay? While you were out